Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to explore a fascinating way of reading the Bible. It's called allegorical reading. This means looking beyond the surface of a story to find the deeper meanings. It's a great way to understand how different parts of the Bible connect together. Let's get started. An allegory is a story that uses symbols to represent something else. For example, the book Animal Farm is about animals, but it's really about the rise of communism in Russia. The animals stand for real people and events. In the Bible, allegorical reading helps us to find the hidden meanings. A story might not just be about what's happening at that moment, it could be pointing forward to something bigger, like Jesus or the church. One special kind of allegory in Christianity is called typology. This is when people or events in the Old Testament are seen as types or symbols of something that happens later in the New Testament. For example, Noah's Ark is seen as a type of the church. The ark saved people from the flood, and Christians believe that the church saves people from sin. It's like a pattern that repeats with a deeper meaning. Let's look at Adam and Eve. Christians believe they're not just the first humans, they're also symbols of Jesus and Mary. Adam gave in to temptation and brought sin into the world, but Jesus, the new Adam, stays faithful and brings salvation. Eve was the first mother, but she also brought death. Mary, the new Eve, brings new life by giving birth to Jesus. There's a special verse in Genesis 3:15 called the Proto-Evangelium, which means first gospel. It's the first time the Bible hints that Jesus will come to defeat sin. It talks about a woman and her offspring fighting a serpent. Christians believe this woman is Mary and her offspring is Jesus. The serpent stands for sin. Jesus will crush the serpent's head, meaning he'll defeat sin, but he'll suffer in the process, which refers to the crucifixion. St. Paul also talks about this in the New Testament. He says that just as death came through Adam and life comes through Jesus, this shows how the Old and New Testaments are connected. One helps us to understand the other. So why is allegorical reading important? It helps Christians to see the Bible as one big story, not just as separate parts. It shows how God's plan unfolds from the beginning to the end. By understanding the symbols and types, we can see how stories like Adam and Eve point forward to Jesus and Mary, and how the Old Testament prepares us for the New Testament.